Hi everyone, this is Joy from CB Sews. Today we're going to make a simple bracelet, wire bracelet. So we get our wires here, 20 gauge silver non-tarnished, 20 gauge copper non-tarnished, 20 gauge gold non-tarnished. And also I have one of my links from my previous video that I forgot to hook, and of course I have my flat nose, my round nose, and my cutter out here that we're gonna use. And you will see I have a pen too with me. You have to use what you have just in case you snowed in, you can't go to the store, or you somewhere that you really need to make this quick and you don't have that tool that you needed to. So let's begin. The bracelet we're gonna make is 7 inches, and so first we're gonna make our jump ring or split ring with this pen. And as I mentioned before, you have to be able to use what you have around you. So we get our wire about, I would say, this is about 8 inches. We roll it down a little bit to get it to 6 inches. And we cut it. So first you put your finger, your thumb, right at the tip of the wire, and you start wrapping it around. It might not be perfect, but who is watching anyway? Maybe your little dog like Oliver, my baby. Okay, so we took it out. We get the spring right there. And you can tie them up. You can lose them up. So we got it. See, I told you, it's very simple. So you go back in and you cut. Right there. And you get a jump ring. All you have to do is use your finger and close it tight. So this is about 10 millimeter jump ring. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And mind you, this is non-tarnished copper, so you get a good jump ring right here. So we take our silver and we do the same thing. So we want a little more with the silver. So we do the same thing as we did before. And yes, we have a tool that makes the jump ring. voila, you get your spring. You can go about it, make it smaller, or you can make it bigger. You twisted it, and that's it. We move it around. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut it. And we get our jump ring. And this little right here, you can make it oval. Right there. You just have to push it with your finger. And you get oval ring. Okay, so now that we get our jump ring, and remember, this is from last time when I forgot to put my links in. Okay, so we're gonna take a wire and we are going to make our loop with a dent like previous. I think this wire is 22 gauge, but that's okay, I can still use it. And you just wrap it clockwise. Perfect. If this is so long out here, you go in and you lift it up. Just be careful. As I've said it over and over, these wires can jump, so always be careful. And if you can't, just tuck it out and it will be perfect for you to use. If you look at it this time, I didn't put the links in between each other. Okay. We make copper, we make gold, so now we're making silver. It's just your hand movement. You just move your hand, twist your hand. And if you have a glass of wine, please don't forget, that can be in the project too. Just put it on your left side, your left hand side, quick to grab, and you're good to go. Okay, so we have our gold, our copper, our silver. So let's repeat that again. Yes, this is 22, I can tell. I can still use it. And if you're going to make it and sell it too, do it with no stress. This wasn't made with machine or anything. This was made with your heart in it. So, however you want to do it, please, no stress here. With all the stress that is going on, the least you want to do to have stress. It's possible that you do it the way you want it. Since this is 22, it get easy to wrap around, but 22 is too soft for the project. The reason I'm still using it because I'm adding the bigger ones, the 20 gauge as well in it. So and let's do silver. And if I think the 22 is too soft for it, I will take it out and use it for another project. How is that? And sometimes too, when the wire is getting a lot harder on your hand, you can always go back and use 2 pliers if you want to. Some people are comfortable for using 2 flat nose when they wrap. That's okay. However you wanted it. No worries here. The best ingredient for this is love. Just love what you're doing. It takes your mind off of things. With all what is going on, it's like your mind go to another level of focusing. Even though you want to have fun, you know. I like holding it with my flat nose. But if you're holding it with your round nose and it's good for you, please do it. And tuck. Okay. I'm still using this gold because I think it can be perfect in it. And if you think 20 will be hard on your fingers, please, you can use 22. If you think you want it to go a little bigger, you can use 18. The higher the number, the thinner the wire gets. So if you see 30 gauge wire, is very thin. Excuse me. It's very thin. So need 1 white. And I think since we added jump ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is enough. So now, excuse me, the reason why I didn't connect it like my previous video to connect the links is because we added the jump ring to it. So This is the jump ring. And always when you open a jump ring, you have to use 2 flat nose, because the way you open it, you have to close it the other way. So you open it towards you and you close it from you. Okay, so let's open, and we slide this on. You can close it. This is the beginning where we're going to use our closure. That's why I didn't put the other one on before I close it, but okay. And since we made this ourselves with 20 gauge, remember the wire is half hard. It's not all hard that we cannot. So this is what we get. And if your fingers are not hurting, why not use them? You can use them. If it hurt, you use your pliers. But since this is half hard, it's very easy. Normally the jump rings are made with full hard wires, so it's a little hard to open. That's why I say you really have to use 2 flat nose every time to open them. Okay, so we get it open up. So now we do copper and silver. And we do silver links. And we go back and we close them. So it's a double rings. And if the jump ring is big, you don't want it big. This is 10 gauge. And if you have if you go to CB Source, you find a tool that will make you any size. And if you have your own jump ring already at home, you can use them up well. You don't have to waste the wire. You don't have to waste money to buy another. So, and this size, I told you, the size of this bracelet is 7 inches. And we add gold to it. And we go back and we close our jump rings. And if you, along the line, if you have a sorting machine that you want to sort it to, you can always close the jump rings. And you can do it, you know, just one by one. Do it as you go. Or, isn't that pretty? That is pretty. So we get our silver, we get our copper. And this time we put in a silver link in it. Voila. So let's see how far and what the inches is if we can find our tape. And I'm gonna guess on this one that yes. Let's see. Oh yes. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. Okay, so now we need our loop. And remember, when I started, I didn't put loop, I didn't put anything out here because we're gonna join our loop right here. So, since I really, really love copper, I'm partial. Why don't we let us do a copper loop? Or hook, we would say. Okay. And remember, you don't have to make a loop. It's just the wire has to be double. So you can do it with your fingers if you want to. You know, and if you're a beginner like me, just please do it how you want it. Don't stress for nothing. Okay, this side we're making the loop. So we made our loop. So you get your jump ring that you've closed it. And you slide it in here. And normally what I do if I use jump rings, my little secret that I will let you in, that if I'm in the place I don't have my solder machine, I always have this Loctite glue with me. It's like, it's my go-to that I have to have it. You can always put a dab on your opening jump rings and it will seal it, you know, for some time for you. And if you're not confident that it will stay or it will open, just use the glue. Just a little dab. Use it on and you'll be good to go. No worries. you feel like this little thing doesn't want to go in, so you just be careful. Sniff it like that. Remember I said the wire, be careful because it can jump. We tucked. So now you come back and you roll it. You can roll it with your finger or you can roll it with your round nose. Please do it for you. Nobody's watching but you. So we get our nice loop. And what I like to do is to go back with my flat nose. And I lift this up just a little bit. And voila! Beautiful. Beautiful. And mind you, anybody can wear this. Anybody. As long as you're on this planet, you can wear it. So, that's it for a simple wire tennis bracelet. Isn't this beautiful? Yes, it is. Gorgeous. So, we have two of the links left, and we will use it in another video. As we said, don't waste it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I do appreciate you. Bye bye. Stay safe.